Threat of a shutdown grows closer by the minute. Thank you for joining us at 6. I'm Darren Perrin.
And I'm Kiana Burks. Lawmakers are blaming each other, making it unlikely that a deal is made before the midnight deadline. Democrats want to undo recent Medicaid cuts and preserve certain Obamacare subsidies. But Republicans say it's a conversation for another time.
A shutdown could affect customer service, paperwork, food inspections, national parks, and more. Social Security payments would continue, but air travelers could experience delays. Some experts worry a government closure could hurt the economy and postpone the release of important economic reports. Thousands of federal workers in our region will also go unpaid. Channel 3's Calvin Cutler picks up the story from there. He's live in our Montpelier bureau. Calvin, how many workers are we talking about here?
Yeah, good evening. There's about 6,600 federal workers here in Vermont, but many will keep working as they're considered essential employees. But the ripple effects on Vermonters and the economy will depend on the potential shutdown's length. In Vermont, most federal employees will likely keep working, some without collecting a paycheck. Immigration enforcement, the Army and Air National Guard, the VA, postal workers, and more are deemed essential.
That said, there are still thousands of Vermont employees who could be subject to getting furloughed during this shutdown.
Katrina Menard with the Public Assets Institute, a left-leaning think tank, says a potential shutdown could affect an array of other programs across Vermont's economy. A pause on new loans for farmers, a freeze on loans for small businesses, and a closure of national parks, like Billings Rockefeller National Park in Woodstock.
The longer that a shutdown takes place, the greater the impacts will be.
There are also other ripple effects, including a potential pause on payments to local businesses who contract with the feds. In Vermont, that's $359 million across hundreds of companies in manufacturing, defense, technology, and more.
That's going to constrict cash flow for companies that are already facing mounting pressures from taxes, healthcare, tariff impacts. So it's really looking holistically at the business enterprise.
Other sectors would feel an impact if a shutdown drags on for weeks, and it could delay social programs like SNAP, Reach Up, or Head Start. But Menard with Public Assets says this potential shutdown is different than previous. It could pave the way for mass permanent layoffs, like we saw earlier this year with the Department of Government Efficiency.
Creating a lot of instability and uncertainty in a really unstable time already.
And it's unknown how many federal workers would lose their jobs. Now, Vermont state government does have contingency plans in the event of a potential shutdown. Earlier this week, they instructed state agencies to pull down as many federal funds as they can so they can continue to deliver benefits for Vermonters. Reporting live in our Montpelier bureau, Calvin Cutler, Channel 3 News.
Calvin Cutler, thank you. Our congressional leaders speaking out about the shutdown as that deadline nears. Vermont Senator Peter Welch pleaded with the Senate last night to protect health care for low-income Americans.
And what is about to happen if we don't act before this shutdown is that folks who are getting their health care on the Affordable Care Act, those folks in your state and mine are going to lose their health care.
Representative Becca Ballant also standing up for access to health care today.
Republicans created this mess, a crisis that deeply impacts rural Americans, people of color, and the LGBTQ community. The reckless budget is going to take away health care from millions of Americans. My colleagues have already spoken to that. It will close rural hospitals, not just in my state of Vermont, but in every rural district across this country.
New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik said in a statement today, quote, "Once again, New York Democrats are putting hardworking New Yorkers and Americans last because they are forcing a government shutdown by concocting an unrelated policy issue that doesn't even come up legislatively until the end of the year." We will keep you updated throughout the night about the potential shutdown and how it could impact you.